Hey guys, my name is Brian, and today we're going to be talking to you about technology. Basically, modern technology is just an advancement of an old technology, and the technology that we as college kids use on a day-to-day basis, I feel, and my pro technology side, we feel that it enhances our lives, not hinders it. So basically, we're the first generation to see life before and after the technology boom. We were around when everybody did not have cell phones or was always looking at a computer, and at the same time, we're living in a world where we do see that in today's day and age. So on the pro technology side, we believe that technology is beneficial to mankind. On the anti-technology side, they believe that technology more often than not is a hindrance to society. I'd like to really quickly introduce our speakers. Alex.
Hi, how are you today? My name is Alex Glazer, and I'm going to be discussing the hindrance of technology in our society.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I am pro technology.
My name is Ed Bibiano, and I'll also be discussing why technology is a hindrance to society.
Thank you, guys. And now I have a question for our audience I'd like to ask. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact technology has on your life? Maybe you've thought about it, maybe you haven't, but today we're going to answer that question for you. And just to preview some of our main points on the pro side, we're going to talk about the option of technology. We're going to talk about connectivity, knowledge, and well-being on a physical and mental side. And on the con side, we have the antisocial aspects of technology, the overdependence on technology, and health risks. So to go into our first main point for the pro side, I believe that it is good to have the option of being able to choose whether you want to have technology in your life or not. It is our responsibility to use technology appropriately. It comes down to a choice. It can help you or hinder you. Some of the ways technology can help you is by expanding your mind through information. There's so many websites out there dedicated to knowledge and self-growth. There's also the ability to network with people in your immediate area and all over the world. And there's a whole bunch of platforms for entertainment as well through technology. Also, we're able to communicate with people, which I feel is a very important thing. Communicating with people that are far away. You could do that through applications such as FaceTime, Skype, Uvu, and now even Facebook allows you to see family and friends all over the world at the click of a button. And it's a lot more convenient than traveling 3,000 miles or more to see your family and friends. And through the use of technology.com, they've highlighted a lot of points how it's very important to stay connected with your friends and family because that's what makes you genuinely happy.
Thank you, Brian. Those are really good points. But my rebuttal to that is that all too often people are more focused on technology and neglect the world around them. This leads to general antisocial behavior and a lack of social skills because people never really learn how to interact with others. I mean, you see this all the time, like in class or at parties, where people are on their phones instead of interacting with one another. This is because they never really learned how to do it. So instead, they're just on their phones because they don't know how to talk to people. Same thing on the bus. And I don't think that's very good for us as a society. According to a study conducted by mobileinsurance.com, the average person spends about 90 minutes a day staring at their phones. This may not seem a lot, but it amounts to 23 days a year and close to 4 years of an average person's life. So pretty much every year, 23 days, 23 straight days are spent just looking at a screen. That could be better time better spent talking to people and just getting to know one another. Technology should be used to enhance an individual's life. However, what often happens is that social media and the internet is generally used for unproductive activities. Like, you look at class and people are usually on Facebook instead of just learning. Social media simply just makes it easier for people not to have to interact with one another. Like we have hundreds of friends on Facebook, but how many of them are really our friends? And that's the question I'd like to leave you with.
Ed, I completely agree with you about technology taking away from our actual in-life relationships, but I'm going to address the health risks associated with the modernization and advancement of technology. For example, when it comes to cell phones, radiation has been a common subject among many health experts and doctors. According to the American Cancer Society, actually, not a substantial amount of research has been done on the topic so far, but doctors have found an increased risk of brain tumors among those who frequent cell phone use. On this topic, cell phones also add to the risks of getting injured or being in accidents. For example, texting while driving is just one of the ways that people have died with or gotten injured while doing so. It's a distraction to daily life in general. According to statistics, 421,000 people were injured in motor vehicle crashes involving a distraction of a driver in 2012. That's actually a 9% increase from the 387,000 figure of injuries in 2011. That just goes to show that more people are implementing smartphones while behind the wheel. Other serious diseases such as cancers, other than that, technology has made us become further lazy in daily life. Vacuums are becoming self-piloted, books are being read to us, and dictation is everywhere. Just look at any GPS system on your phone, or even Siri on every Apple smartphone. These produce risks such as weight gain and education loss. According to inc.com, technology gives us more free time, but it doesn't tell us how to use that free time. Kids play video games instead of exercise, and smart TVs have taken hours of productivity away from our daily lives.
Alex, I noticed that your main concern is the health risks of having so much technology present in daily life. And to be honest, there are hundreds of things that have been claimed to have contributed to health problems, from deodorant that we use to even toothpaste that we use. And like you said, there hasn't been much research and evidence about the risk of technology and cancer. But I will say that I think that technology can actually promote health and well-being. Specifically, I'm talking about mental health. And according to the Canadian Mental Health Association, mental health and physical health are actually fundamentally linked. One affects the other. So I think that technology can be used to promote mental health and therefore physical health. Also, technology can be used to promote physical health now that we have so many different apps and websites to go for information about fitness and things that can track your fitness progress. But also, I think that technology can unite people through online groups and communities where they can discuss different topics and different concerns, whereas in real life, people might not have access to these resources. Online, people can find people to talk to, who they can relate to, and support groups for all types of challenges. For instance, there's dailystrength.org and mentalhealthamerica.net, and there are hundreds of topics on those websites discussing things ranging from alcoholism and addiction to suicide prevention. And if you think about it, without technology, there could be people who suffer in silence for the rest of their lives because they don't have the resources to discuss these things and to explore that area. Personally, I have dealt with depression and anxiety, and my personal favorite online communities that really helped me get through a lot of the issues I was having are the ones that are dedicated to spreading positivity and raising consciousness and promoting wellness. For example, there are motivational speakers and TED Talks that you can access all over YouTube. There's inspiring blogs and articles such as tinybuddha.com and Mind Body Green that are really uplifting. There's even Instagram accounts and Facebook pages that are totally devoted to spreading positivity, and just visiting them puts you in a better mood. And these communities really bring people together and give them this sense of unity with other people and a hope that they can get through whatever they're struggling with. Carolyn Haythornthwaite and Lori Kendall, who are professors at the University of Illinois, study computer-mediated communication, and they recently conducted a study and found that online communities strengthen offline local bonds and relationships. And this is because they build a network of people who are mutually aware of each other, and this promotes the feeling and the sense of community. And that can be obviously really great for mental health, well-being, to feel supported and feel surrounded by a community of people who understand you. And furthermore, I think that it's great that technology and the internet can really expose you to things that you can't necessarily access in your daily life. For example, you can learn pretty much anything online. You can learn how to play the guitar, to how to properly use Excel, to even earning your college degree, which I think is a huge deal and really important for stay-at-home parents, specifically stay-at-home moms who maybe have just had a child and they can't go back to work yet, and during that time they can go to school and earn degrees if they haven't already, and they can make class time work around their busy schedules, so then they don't have to choose whether or not they're going to go to their son's soccer game or their daughter's track meet over going to class or vice versa. And not only does this provide a sense of accomplishment, but according to Dr. Lena Lincoln-Paskey, who's Associate Professor of General Education at South University, it builds respect from the child's point of view. It builds respect for their parent as a learner, but it also builds the child's respect for education. So it's really a win-win situation all around.
I can see where you're coming from, Alyssa. I believe that technology has provided many benefits, but it's the extended use of such technologies that take away from our natural human qualities. Even when it comes to what you talked about, online degrees, you're losing the personal time of your professor to better understand the material that you're being taught. According actually to everydaylife.com, campus learning allows for classroom-based interaction and informal relationship building outside of class, while online class interaction takes place through technology, which lacks human interactive learning. I think that this can reduce the retention of material given the many distractions present on the web and at home, to be honest.
That's a really good point. My partner just stated is so pretty much what he said. I'm gonna just go off what he said, and it's just that people have become incredibly reliant on technology to the point that its loss or malfunction would prove catastrophic. My entire academic career is on my laptop, and if some unfortunate accident were to happen to it, pretty much me graduating in May would just simply not happen. Now imagine the same scenario except on a larger scale. We're all aware of what happened with North Korea and Sony, with Edward Snowden and the NSA, and with the hackers that almost shut down the CIA Instagram account. That stuff could happen, and that's a very real threat. And with our over-reliance on technology, one small thing that happened with that, like a hacker attack, could possibly lead to pretty much the fall of a company, or at worst, a country.
That's definitely a valid point, Ed. I feel that in our lifetime so far, we haven't seen a company really get completely shut down by a hacking attack. We saw Sony had some issues with personnel data loss, but they were able to recover from that. They're still up and running. There's also some programs that exist to help out with security and accessibility of your information. If your laptop is broken or lost, there is the cloud, which allows you to wirelessly upload to this cloud that exists, in the internet realm, and you can access your material anywhere in the world, whether you're home or in another country across the world. And overall, corporations have kept up with the times and secured their business. According to Salesforce.com, whether through encryption or other means such as physical security, and which could be speaking with a customer representative on the phone or a host of other options, cloud computing is relatively secure, and people's financial data is pretty secure in this day and age. So just to wrap up our main points that we covered today, on the pro side and the con side, we have the option of technology, the advantage of connectivity and connecting to the world around us. We also talked about the negatives of technology, such as overdependence, antisocial tendencies, and a host of other problems. As with everything, there's good and bad, as well as the opposing viewpoints that fuel them. And the question is, what side will you be on? the good, the bad, or the selfie. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed.